Solids in contact might appear problematic and complicated and impossible to solve. But if you master these two techniques I'm about to explain, I'm sure you'll be fine. Now, the first technique is numbering. Mastering numbering will help you minimize the confusion of the drawing. Now, let's say you're given a hexagonal prism and a square prism in contact. So you need to number those two drawings separately. Say you use numbers for the hexagonal prism and you use letters for the square prism. This will help you approach the two combined drawings or geometrical solids as separate. Now, the second technique is to project these two solids separate. Let's say you are given the two solids like I explained. First, you need to project only one solid. Okay, act as if like you are given only the hexagonal prism first. Project that hexagonal prism first, and then on top of that hexagonal prism, after projecting and drawing the actual hexagonal prism, then you project the square prism. This pentagonal pyramid appears to be simple because it's a single solid. But once we add a triangular pyramid there, the drawing will appear complicated. Now you might ask yourself why. It is because you want to approach the two drawings in contact or the two solids in contact as two solids, which will be more confusing. That's why in the previous slide I explained the technique of approaching the two drawings as separate drawings, because this pentagonal pyramid, even if there was another solid in contact with it, you would still project it like this as a single solid. That's why I wanted to start with this slide to explain that treat or act as if like you're given two separate solids. It's just you have to draw them like together because they're in contact, but you need to treat these two drawings or these two solids as separate drawings. The most important thing when it comes to understanding solids in contact is to read the instructions carefully. In the instructions, you'll find out that these two solids are identical. Two hexagonal pyramids in contact, one face up, one face down, with a cutting plane. The first thing I can do here is to approach these two solids as separate solids. I'll start by drawing the hexagonal pyramid that is faced up on the left. I'll draw the top view here as a single solid. Then I project it up and draw this one. As you can see, I've numbered the solid on the left using letters. Now after drawing this one, I now look where the second one starts. Looking at the top there, you can see that the right solid starts from there. Then you project this line down to the top view, and then you measure the side or the length of the hexagonal pyramid there, and then you start drawing your top view. Then you project up to your front view. Then you get your second hexagonal pyramid there. Also, the cutting plane, you'll approach the cutting plane as in like it is in two separate drawings. The first one starts from there to there. You deal with that first, and then after dealing with the cutting plane on the top view there, you move to the right solid from there to there. Then you deal with it there. And then also in the left view, which was supposed to be on the right, but yeah, you'll also approach this one as two separate drawings. You'll start by projecting the first one, and then draw also the sections there, the cutting plane where it cuts the solid, and then also we draw the second one after the first one. Now here we have a pentagonal pyramid, not prism, okay, on top of a cylinder. This looks complicated, but what if I tell you that start by drawing the cylinder in the top view? First thing, you have the radius of the cylinder, you draw the circle, you divide the circumference into 12, you project the equal segments to the front view, then you have your front view cylinder there. And then you also draw the right view cylinder. From there, you'll move to the cutting plane. Okay, so now in the cutting plane, you have to be careful and see where it cuts the drawing there. So now you can see that it cuts at 0 or 12 there in the corner, and then cuts at 1 because 1 is somewhere here, and also 2. Okay, 1 is 11 on the side, and then 2 is 10, 3 is 9. Oh, it doesn't go to 3, it ends in 2 and 10 there. So this cutting plane cuts only the cylinder. We are dealing with the cylinder first. It cuts at 0, 1, 2, and 12, 11, 10 there. Then where these lines, the 10, 11, and 12, meet the cutting plane, you project these lines to the right view, and then you'll also project across to the right view where they meet with these lines from the front view. It's obviously your points there. Then you will find your cutting plane in the right view. So someone might ask why, because the drawing cuts the cutting plane cuts the cylinder here, why do I have the corners there uncut there? These corners are not cut because it's 9. You see, the cutting plane is not at 9 and it's not at 3, it ends in 2 and 10. So that's why you have that section there and it's not cut. So now, because you've dealt with the cylinder, you'll move to the pentagon separate. Okay, you draw the pentagon inside the cylinder in the top view, then you project, you'll treat that line there, the base of the cylinder there, as your base of your pentagonal pyramid. Then you project to your right, then you use the cutting plane, you have your sections there. Simple.